Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today I'm painting Captain Marvel. I actually started this painting when the movie came out, which was a few months ago, but it started taking me quite a while, and then I get distracted by other things to paint, to draw, and I put it on the side and I finally decided to finish it. So here's the result. I used gouache. It's painted in my Stillman and Burn Beta series sketchbook. The paper is quite thick and it works really well with gouache. Now when I started this painting, I just realized that I made quite a few mistakes. I really wanted to paint Captain Marvel, but when I started putting the paint onto the paper, I realized that I shouldn't have sketched the whole body or almost the whole body, because that means that the face is really tiny and painting a likeness on this scale is really hard. So that took me, just that face took me maybe an hour and a half to paint, even if it's so small, because I really wanted it to look like Captain Marvel. Now the second mistake I made is when I started painting that face, I put the mid-tone down all over, and my goal was to add the highlights and the shadows later on, but it was okay. I was able to add on the shadows pretty easily, but it took a long time to add the highlights because they kept on blending in with the midtones, which is normal because it's gouache, and when it dries it's still rewettable. I think it would have taken a lot less time for me to just save the spots for the highlights without putting any paint on the paper there. But anyway, after my struggle, I was still able to achieve the desired colors, and I learned my lesson. Now the fact that I decided to paint the whole body was another mistake, because there's so many details on the suit that it really took me a very long time to paint. I think all in all, to finish this painting, it took me close to 9 hours, and I probably could have done a better job at the end. I probably could have done some details a little bit better, but I was just so tired of it. It took me so long, and it's just in my sketchbook, it's supposed to be just a sketch, and it's really almost a finished painting. I probably could go back and add more stuff, but I was just done with it. The way I did the suit, really, I started with a light wash of the approximate color, either the red or the blue, and when that was dry I went with a mid-tone, and then I added some darker red, some red mixed with some purple or some blue, and then I added some white or white mixed with red for the highlights, but mostly pure white because I knew it would blend with the previous red layer. So that's kind of what I did with each separate part of the suit, and I went all over it that way with one color, like all the reds first, and then I went over it again with all the blues. Now for the star in the back, you'll see later on that I had just used some yellow, orangish yellow that was too bright, and really it's supposed to be more like gold. So I ended up using some yellow ochre, which is really a very nice color to give a gold effect, and I mix it with either white for the lighter areas or with burnt umber for the darker areas, and the mixture of light and dark and just a pure yellow ochre gives a nice idea of gold. So it was a nice project. It took me way longer than I expected. I ended up staying up very late to finish it because I just wanted it to be done, and I didn't want it to be unfinished in my sketchbook. I have a few other unfinished paintings, not in a sketchbook, but you know, on paper or on canvases that are piling up, and I really need to take the time to start finishing those, but the inspiration is gone. You know, sometimes, I don't know if it happens to you too, but sometimes you're really excited about something and you start drawing it or painting it, and then life happens and you have to stop for some reason, and you put it on the side and you're thinking that's okay, I can finish it tomorrow, but you're busy, and then you have a great idea to draw something else or paint something else, and you start it thinking that's okay, I'll still finish the other one soon, but you never do. So yeah, that's why I have a few unfinished paintings, but I'm hoping that by the end of this year I'll be able to finish them all, or at least quite a few of them. That's my promise to myself. So I'm happy that I finished this one, and now on to the next one. Thank you all for stopping by. Let me know if you have any questions regarding gouache or anything that crosses your mind. Let me know if you do have a stack of unfinished paintings as well. I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.